Off today, and welcome to this week's edition of GCA Today. I'm James Martinez, the president of the Guam Contractors Association, and today we have Ms. Patty Lizama. She's with Pacific Isla Life, president of Pacific Isla Life, and so happens to be also the chairman of our GCA membership committee. Now, the membership committee takes care of all our member benefits to include our health insurance, life insurance, our retirement plan, our 401k plans, and some other benefits. They take care of setting up our guest speakers for our luncheon.
Yes.
And Patty and her committee does all that. So Patty, why don't you talk a little bit about, first of all, what you do and what your business is about, and then we'll talk a little bit about the membership committee and maybe plans for the future for the committee in terms of benefits to our members.
Okay, well, thank you, James, and thank you for inviting me. With the company I represent, it's a company called Pacific Isla Life, and actually I own the company. I'm a general agent for some of the options that we provide. I'm a general agent for Lincoln Financial, but I also represent Transamerica, and in addition, Allstate. And a lot of you probably.
Oh, you're in good hands with Allstate.
Yes,
Yeah,
I mean, as soon as I say the word Allstate, they're like, oh, it's the guy on TV.
Right.
I said, yes, but you're going to deal with a girl. So, there's a difference there. The options that we provide is one of the biggest important, the most important rule, excuse me, for every family is that, yes, we try to provide the health insurance and the retirement, but in addition to that, life insurance is also very important for everybody. Whether you are a family man, a president of a company, woman-owned, or a company itself, providing life insurance to everybody that you have working for you or that is very important to you is something that needs to be done, because in the event that your time is called and there's no life insurance, it can devastate a family tremendously, financially, and just everything. The family can just fall completely. But the brands that I would recommend for a lot of people right now, which is working, is the option with Allstate. Because Allstate has group options that we can provide to companies, but in addition to that, we can also provide individual options with companies like Lincoln Financial or Transamerica.
Do you have to have a minimum number of people within a company to avail themselves of the of that program,
Yes.
life insurance program?
Under the Allstate option, we have a minimum of 5 employees.
Or you have a minimum
Yes,
of 5? Okay.
a minimum of 5, and whatever, if you have 300 employees and 5 employees want to pick up, that's a start. We can start there. But one of the biggest responsibilities that I have is going out and trying to educate everybody. Whether you are a company or a family group, that picking something up, whether it be a small amount of $10,000 or you want to do $100,000 or $500,000, whatever you pick up is important. Because when your time is called, at least you have peace of mind knowing that your family is going to be provided for.
Right.
Yes.
Of course, you don't want to leave them with a huge bill.
No. Because it is a financial tragedy for everybody. I mean, right now, if you don't have life insurance and you don't have a funeral plan, to get the body or the deceased body out of the morgue, the family has to come up with $1,500 just to get the body
Just
out.
to really.
Yes. So that in itself.
So that would
is
help
very
pay
hard. Yes.
what they call final costs, I
Yes.
guess.
Yes. The company that I represent also is our turnaround time, because we are out on the island. And yes, though that we are a part of the U.S. and they are U.S. companies, we're still away from them. We're out here. We're 24 hours ahead. But we have a company where the family can come into my office, provide the claims, and we do all the processing for them. If everything is clean, turnaround time, payout time sometimes is in a week. At the longest, maybe 10 days. So it's clean, and it's fast.
When we talk life insurance and those type of things, a lot of times, and myself included, people don't really talk about it until they get to that age where,
Yes.
in the 55 and maybe going to the 60s, and now you start thinking, hey, I need some life insurance. What about those that are just starting in the industry and, new employees in the workforce who are, 20, 21 to 25?
Yes.
Would you recommend them to look at having some kind of life insurance
Yes.
as an option right now, or have them wait till maybe later on in life when they're probably going to get closer to when they're going to really need it?
Well, one of the things, I mean, James, thank you for that question. That is a very good question. I'll tell you a quick story. In 2009, I lost my son.
Mhm.
And, you know, we when we were born, you know, our God gave us a start date, but He didn't give us an end date. So none of us know who's going to go first. Nobody knows. My son was a healthy 35-year-old male. He was in Houston for about 5 years. In 2008, he calls me up and he says, you know, a single boy, you know, he loved the single life. You know, he had a Harley, so he was enjoying his life over there. But he calls me up after being gone for 5 years. He says, Mom, you know, I'm coming home. So he lands on Guam, and those that are Catholic will understand this. And being that this is Holy Week, this is so ironic, and I love it. He lands on Guam on December 8, 2008, which is Immaculate Conception. He dies exactly 3 months later,
Wow.
during Lent, on March 28, 2009. So, in 4 days, it's going to be his 7th anniversary.
They're celebrating his anniversary. Yeah.
It's, he was, you know, the family were all gathering together, and he was having a barbecue with the cousins and the friends, and where I live at home, I have a gate, you know, so young boys, you know, to protect them, you know, I said, okay, I'll do what you want to do, you know, have fun and have your friends around. I locked the gate and I took everybody's keys. So, you know, I said, just relax and have fun. So they enjoyed it and they spent the weekend and they were having fun. The following morning, I wake up and at 9 o'clock in the morning, you know, he gives me a big hug and he says, good morning, beautiful. He always calls me beautiful, you know. And I told him, I said, I'm just going to go and do what I need to do and then I'll be back. That was at 9 o'clock in the morning. When he went in to take a short nap, because they were up the whole night, he was dead at 10 o'clock.
Wow.
So 1 hour later, he went to bed just to take a nap, and he died in his sleep. So, you know, it's traumatic for me, but it was an eye-opener, and being that I'm in sales and I'm a marketer, you know, I'm like, what's going on, you know? I'm not angry at first, but I asked God, why did you bring him back just to take him? You know, but I know now that God gave him back to me for 3 months. But it also made me understand, you know, when I'm asking, what is it that you want me to do? He wants me to tell my son's story to help educate the young. Because my son was a single boy, but he had a policy. He bought a policy, and he continued to pay for it, and the policy was a small amount. Even with that amount that he had, you know, and I thank God for that. I mean, I would give it all back to get him back. I still had to pay $18,000 out of my own pocket for all the additional stuff that we had to pay, because it's not cheap. I mean, a lot of people on this joke, it's
it
more.
wasn't planned.
Yes.
So of course you can't
Yes.
plan for something like that.
You know, to die, it's more expensive to die than to live.
Right.
And $18,000 out of my own pocket was still quite a chunk of change. If you are young, if we are able to educate all the young men or women who are coming into the industry or wherever to pick up the policy now, whatever they pick up now can last them until their 80s without us changing the rate. It could be a $30 a month for $50,000 or a $40 amount a month for $100,000, depending on their health, of course. And that's theirs until they're 80. If they came in to see me when they're in their 50s or 55s, then it's going to get more expensive. And then like a car, you know, the older we get, the body starts breaking down. We start smoking, we get diabetes, we get high blood pressure, high cholesterol. That can all lead to a higher amount, and in some cases, a denial. Then what do you do?
Right.
Life insurance, I think my son taught me, his death taught me that I cannot waste time, and I should try to educate everybody that, you know, there's, I love to talk about this, there's this song by John Sayer, it's called Say, where he says, you need to say what you need to say and do what you need to do before the time for you to say what you need to say and do what you need to do is no longer available for you to say what you need to say and do what you need to do. So it's time is precious. Tomorrow's never promised. So we need, and especially with a lot of the young adults that we have working in the industry already, they have a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children behind them. Do it for them. You know, protect them. And that way, when God says, come home, you know, you can say, I'm ready. Or, okay, my family will be okay. And the life insurance is important for a lot of things, for a lot of reasons, for everybody. So one of the benefits that we have under the GCA, I'm going back to GCA, for all our member companies, and as the chairperson, I really am enforcing the fact that the member companies can avail of health insurance through Take Care, retirement benefits through ASC, and the life insurance through Allstate with us. It's affordable, and it's something that if you allow us to come in and talk to the employees and we provide these options for them, at least the employees who are out in the sun doing what they need to do can be protected in the event that they're called.
For the GCA members that are interested in these programs, I mean, we try to get the word out as much as possible. Do they call the GCA office for more information, or can they contact you directly, or the committee members or the committee itself for more information on that?
What they can do is you know, they can contact us, and I welcome that. I mean, I will openly give out my cell number. It's 687-7964. Or if they don't remember that number, they can contact the GC office, and Desiree is fantastic with giving them my number to call. And we can help them in any regard.
And that's for all the benefits that we have.
Yes.
Looking towards the future, do you see any other programs that would become available to GCA members as a benefit later on? Is there something the committee's looking at that like to talk about now, or on a holding pattern, or more to come?
Let me put it, the little teaser here is we're working on possibly getting some benefits for, hopefully, more to come. Gas perks, or savings at some shops.
Oh, okay. Affinity programs.
Yes.
That we have. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
Very much. Oh, a quick plug also. Our Healthy Weight, The Biggest Loser. Program is going to be starting April 1st.
That's a program with Take Care.
Yes, program with Take Care.
And it involves our member companies. There's money as a prize for the company, up to $700 for the company, and then
$300 for the employee
for the individual.
Yes.
And that's coming up, and so we're going to be promoting that also through either social media and also through our email system to our members.
Yes.
You know, Patty, the membership committee has done an extraordinary job, especially in putting our health insurance package together, our retirement plan, and now our life insurance plan together. So, you know, we're looking forward to bigger and greater things, and we wish the committee luck in providing, you know, more of those services. So until the next GCA Today, this is James Martinez. We'll see you again next week.